What do you know about this? Oh, like an idiot.
Quiet, wench. Or you'll scare the fish off. Duvel scheiß! Duvel sch...
The dwarves are demanding a pretty sum, but their steel's worthy of any crown. No offense meant. The Rivian blades don't hold a candle to their Mahakaman cousins. Their elders just a tad eccentric. No offense.
In an asshole-centric game. Game. Yes. putrid stench. Yes, yes. Yes. Absolutely. Type boop.
I'll fight to my last breath.
Company! Forward march!
Fear not. We shall achieve our goal. This could hurt. Watch your heads!
Oh, shit.
Cursed traitors.
Tell me you jest.
For Demavend!
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
What do you want of me?
As ordered.
If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
One bullet's all I need.
bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Quick and painful this'll be. Ah!
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Meave noted a crowd of dwarves. They were several dozen, many holding baskets brimming with dried sausages, soft, puffy pretzels, and jugs of frothy beer.
What is this gathering?
She asked Gabor.
These folk, they're the parents of youngsters who are to return today from their Dreckthag.
Gabor proceeded to explain that the Dreckthag was a trek upon which the local dwarves would embark when they reached maturity. During this year-long voyage, young folk would taste of life beyond their home. Yet if they failed to return on time, they would be stripped of all rights and privileges accorded to Mahakam's natives.
See, in recent years, young folks' blood's been boiling on account of the strict laws in force here.
Gabor added.
So, we send them out. Let them taste life in the lowlands. Once they've learned for themselves what it's like to live among humans, they come back and ain't likely to complain.
Customarily, only a few dwarves ever decided to remain in the valleys for good. That year, however, was different.
Deadline's the Mora. And 40 Dreckthagers still haven't returned.
Their parents now worried if some misfortune had not befallen them. The Mahakaman Guard had sent out patrols to the near reaches of the valleys. They returned not having seen anything distressing, while the humans living at the foot of the massif had been largely unwilling to talk. The guard captain, a dwarf with a fiery red beard, removed his helmet, wiped the sweat from his brow, and addressed Meave.
Your Majesty, we need to find our youth. Perhaps you'd be willing to go out and search. Human folk are more like to tell you if they saw anything out of the ordinary of late. Naturally, there'd be something in it for you too.
One could say I myself have lost a son.
Meave gripped the captain's hand firmly.
And I know well the pain that comes. I shall do all in my might to spare you at least that.
Meave set off, the hopeful gazes of the dwarven parents bidding her farewell. The Queen sent a scout ahead. Sometime later, she heard his horn. 3 blasts. 2 short, 1 long.
An ambush!
Meave expected to combat beasts or robbers. Yet upon her force descended warriors with squirrel tails attached to their helms. Scoia'tael.
Scoia'tael! Don't let them escape!
Glediven board!
Scoia'tael! Don't let them escape!
Only death here for Dwan!
Ha! Yeah.
Don't like this.
Scoia'tael are a plague. They blight all they touch.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Got a hearty hankering for Gwent.
You'll never take me alive!
Now we will see who is weak!
Getting to work.
This could hurt.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Hey?
Tell me you jest.
Watch your heads!
Oh my. What do you want of me?
Order!
I shall not fail!
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
None shall tread on us!
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Now we must stick together.
One bolt I
Let's go.
Well, if anyone's got any hooch left.
They used to tire my tongue about that.
Don't shoot it.
So much anger and suffering. For what?
I should put it in.
Have strength, my love.
Elven blarney.
And just when you thought things were about to get dull.
Scoia'tael! Attack!
They're so young. No wonder they were easily manipulated.
As soon as the battle had come to an end, the prisoners were brought before the Queen. All, without exception, were dwarves, and all looked to be youthful dwarves.
Mystery solved,
muttered Meve. In fact, these were the missing Drekthagers. Instead of returning home, they had enlisted with guerrillas fighting for non-human rights. But what had prompted so drastic a decision?
I was impatient. Wanted badly to turn 50. I couldn't wait to see human cities. Vitsima, Tretogor, Novigrad.
Said one of the dwarven prisoners while pressing a bandage to a bleeding wound.
And you know the welcome that awaited me there. I was spit upon and called names. I saw ghettos, massacres. And how was I to go back to the mines after that? We must fight while we still can. Before the humans come to cut us down. We must tell the rest of ours the same. Pull all Mahakam into the fight!
Meve's soldiers stood waiting for her to protest, to accuse the dwarf of lying. But the Queen could not pretend she did not understand why the dwarf had taken up arms. Without entering into a discussion, she ordered the prisoners taken to be tried and judged by their kin and elders. Along her way, Meve heard cries. She rushed to see what the ruckus was about. Upon seeing Black Rayla spattered with blood, she expected the worst. Reynard could only confirm the Queen's fears.
She entered the wagon unnoticed, the wagon carrying the prisoners. She then cut their throats, one by one.
40 dwarves. Alone.
They were shackled. They could not defend themselves.
Rayla had nothing to say in her defense. In point of fact, she exuded pride.
Mahakam had been free of Scoia'tael, till now. We'd have done all a questionable favour by bringing back a wagon full of enraged youth wearing squirrel tails. They'd have posed as martyrs for a just cause. They'd have shown off their scars and persuaded the clans to make war on humans. All that deserved to be nipped in the bud.
Meve could see the blood rushing to Reynard's head. When he finally spoke, it was clear he was holding the reins of his emotions, preventing himself from exploding with some difficulty.
Your Grace, we must banish her, drive her off. This was in no way ordinary insubordination. This was a grave crime.
Your Majesty, you know I rarely meddle in your affairs,
said Isbel.
Yet for this, I cannot remain silent. This woman must go.
Rayla, 'tis a fine line that separates a soldier, a warrior, from one who commits murder,
said Meve.
That line you crossed today. You are to leave my ranks immediately, and never do I wish to see you again.
Rayla said nothing. She merely bowed in an excessively courtly manner, then moved off down the slope. Yet even once she disappeared, a clear red trail remained in the snow where she had passed. A trail of dwarven blood that had dripped from her armor. The Lyrians remained silent throughout their return. Upon spying their downcast eyes and somber means, the dwarves awaiting the return of their offspring dispersed to their homes, leaving baskets full of treats in the snow. No one asked any questions of Meve. Luckily so, as the Queen would not have known how to answer.
Didn't he find nothing? Not a trace. What could have happened? Didn't he find nothing? Didn't he find nothing? Not a trace. What could have happened?
The Queen noted a building with unusually lavish ornamentation, including shining bronze roof tiles and glistening rock crystal window panes. An important clan dwelled there, Gabor explained. The Breckenrigs.
Could you introduce me?
Meve asked.
Perhaps I can convince them to intercede with Bruver on my behalf.
The clan head, Ivar, invited Meve to an exquisite feast. But when she broached the subject of the war raging just outside Mahakam's borders, the dwarf changed the subject at once. Looking around the interior, Meve quickly understood why. The walls were ordained with Nilfgaardian tapestries and rugs. Gifts from friendly Imperial envoys, no doubt. Meve prepared to leave, convinced she had wasted her time, when someone clasped her shoulder and pulled her into a darkened room. Her kidnapper turned out to be a young dwarf, female, it seemed, dressed in her nightshirt. She introduced herself as Ivar's daughter, Eudora Breckenrigs, and openly admitted she had eavesdropped on Meve's dinner conversation.
Listen, me dad's stubborner than an old goat, but I'll convince him to help ye. For a wee favour, that is.
Mm-hmm. What?
I want you to steal something from the clan archive. Historiae Mahakamorum, 'tis called. See, me dad won't let me betroth me sweetikin Zoltan. Says the codex forbids marrying a dwarf who's left the mountains. But there's precedent. Just such a case described in that document. If I can show it to Da, he'll have to change his mind.
Meve felt sympathy for Eudora and wanted to help her, especially considering the favor Eudora could do her in return. But she fully realized if her attempt to break into the archive ended badly, it would result in a tremendous scandal Bruver Hoog would not soon forget.
The pot's worth the play, I believe. Fine. I accept your offer.
They then shook hands, sealing the deal. Meve had to bite her tongue to stop from crying out, for the young she-dwarf had the grip of a brawny blacksmith. Meve returned to her company, and, massaging her sore hand, presented Eudora's offer. Gascon volunteered for the task at once.
Thievery's my forte. The dwarves won't notice a single mothball out of place.
Gascon snuck into the archive under the cover of darkness. Just as he was tucking Eudora's desired document into his cloak, he heard dwarven boots clanking down the stairs.
Damn it!
Gascon swore.
I can't let them catch me.
Who's there? Huh?
Ah! Ha!
Huh? Who's there?
What a nub. That was close.
Ha! Ha! Yeah!
Ah! Stop! Who's there?
Ah! Hm. Yeah! Huh! Yeah!
Huh? Who's there?
What a nub. That was close.
Ha! Yeah! Ha! Yeah!
Stop! Who's there?
Ah! Hm. Huh! Ha! Ah! Ha ha! Yeah! Huh!
Huh? Who's there?
What a nub. That was close.
Ah! Yeah!
Stop! Who's there?
Hmm. Hmm. Huh! Ha! Yeah!
Huh? Who's there?
What a nub. That was close.
Ah!
Piece of cake.
Stop! Who's there?
Ha! 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 Huh!
Huh? Who's there?
What a nub.
Ah! Ah! Hm.
Who's there? Huh? Who's there?
What a knob.
Ha!
Stop!
Yeah! Huh!
Huh? Who's there?
What a knob.
Ha! Huh! Ah! Ha!
Stop! Who's there?
Should have it.
Yeah! Ah!
Huh? Who's there?
What a knob.
Yeah! Ah! Yeah! Ha!
Piece of cake.
Yeah! Huh! Ah!
Just a bit more.
Ha!
Stop! Who's there?
That's butt. I should have done the weight card.
Huh! Ah!
Huh? Who's there?
What a knob. That was close.
Huh! Ha!
Piece of cake.
Stop! Who's there?
Yeah. Huh! Ah!
Huh? Who's there?
What a knob.
Ah! Ha! Ah! Ha!
Piece of cake.
Stop! Who's there? Who's there?
What a knob. Piece of cake.
Oh,
Stop!
dumbass.
Who's there?
No. Oh my gosh, no. Oh my gosh, no. Wow, yikes.
Who's there?
What a knob.
Yeah. Ah! Ha!
Piece of cake.
Ah!
Stop! Who's there?
Ha! Ha! Huh! Ha!
Huh? Who's there?
What a knob.
Ah! Yeah! Ah!
Piece of cake.
Ah! Hm. Huh! Yeah! Huh!
Stop! Who's there?
Dude, I'm really close.
Yeah! Ha!
Huh? Who's there?
What a knob. That was close. Huh?
Huh! Ah! Huh! Ha!
Piece of cake.
Stop! Who's there?
Who's there?
What a nub. Piece of cake. Just a bit more. Easy as pie.
Luckily, Gascon managed to do the deed quietly, so the dwarves never found out who had broken in. As agreed, Meve handed Eudora the stolen document.
Ha!
The dwarf shouted, raising the parchment in a triumphant gesture.
Da can't do nothing to stop her making vows now. I've got to write Zoltan right quick. Thanks. Thanks a million times over.
And Eudora did her part too. Soon after, the Queen learned there'd been a gathering of the clans, and Ivor had indeed spoken on her behalf. She could only hope the elder Breckenriggs had swayed Bruva Hoog as well.
Eudora Breckenriggs Chive. Oh, I truly like the sound of that. Das. Eudora Breckenriggs Chive.
Bonnie homes, eh? Just slightly different from those straw-covered cludges of yours. Get thundering dope! I told you to hold your horses or you'll shake the hitch loose.
Oh, now you're a bleeding expert, are you? You overloaded the damn cart, that's why it's busted.
A wagon lay strewn across the middle of the road. Behind it stood others, some loaded with gold, jewels, and other valuables, others groaning under barrels of pickled meat. Each dwarf had his own theory about how the accident had come about, and thundered it out to all and sundry, peppered with choice invectives.
An odd caravan.
Meave said.
They don't look like merchants.
Nay, they ain't.
Gabor answered.
Dwarves of the Ferens clan, carrying gifts for the Drake. Remember Keltilus? When he took roost here, Ferences fought him for near a century. Then the dragon got weary of fighting and they realised he weren't going nowheres, so they cut a deal. He didn't bother them. They give him what he needs.
Well, well. And these offerings they send often?
Every week. Excuse me, got to separate them lads, or they tear out each other's beards. Hey there! Cool your...
Gabor managed to douse his brethren's fiery tempers, but the wagon still lay across the road, blocking all traffic.
Queen,
said Xavier.
There's an easy repair. I've the tools, the parts. Need but your permission.
Of course. Go see what can be done.
Xavier did indeed make quick work of the problem. Within moments, the wagon was rolling smoothly down the road, good as new.
Well, shaft me, your highness,
said one of the dwarves.
Your engineer's got a pate like stewed meat, but he kens his trade, that's for certain.
I'll convey your words to him. Or at least part of them.
Me and the lads will be on our way now, but first, take this. Bit of gold by way of thanks.
Thank you,
Meave said, accepting the surprisingly heavy pouch.
In wartime, every copper counts.
The dwarf bowed in parting, shook the snow off his beard, then rejoined his caravan. Within a few moments, the wagons had disappeared around the bend. A pillar of smoke rose above the mountains, and a sooty aroma filled the air.
Fire,
Gabor said, then took a deep sniff.
Perhaps a bolt struck some barren trees.
No,
Meave said curtly.
I know that scent too well. All Edirn reeked of it. It's the smell of burning homes.
The Lyrians quickened their gait. Soon they saw a town fully aflame, and a roaring, furious dragon above it.
That's your Keltilus?
Gascon asked, shielding his eyes from the sharp glare emanating from the city.
You were right. Perfectly harmless.
Dinner Ken was get his knickers in a bunch,
the dwarf said, grabbing his axe from his belt.
Queen, we got to make haste to the rescue.
Reynard!
Meade called out.
Have our men wet their cloaks for a modicum of fire protection. We move as soon as they're done.
Your Grace, they are but common soldiers. To fight a dragon.
I know, but we must help them, or at least try.
While Reynard went to pass on the order, Meave turned to Gabor.
This dragon, has it any weakness?
Fear not,
said the somber dwarf.
Except a fondness for raw meat.
Meave nodded and swallowed dryly. Despite the cold, she felt sweat pour down her scalp. Stifling her fear, Meave gave the order to attack, and her soldiers rode into the flaming city. From up close, Keltilus looked even more terrifying. Though enormous, he moved with shocking agility, like a lizard scurrying over sand. With one swing of his paw, he snapped the necks of 3 dwarves, then bisected a 4th with a powerful bite. After that, he turned his attention to the Lyrians.
More of you!
He said, twisting his bloody maw into a horrifying smile.
Good! 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 Good!
Behind me! Stay together!
Your Grace, we're taking losses!
You haven't killed a dragon. It has to be possible.
Don't like this.
Ah, shite! He's raging now! Watch out!
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
My scars? No, they don't hurt.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Her Majesty is exceptional. Your Grace, he's vulnerable! We must strike now!
You mad? Don't say that!
Behind me! Stay together!
Catch!
Grace, we're taking losses!
You haven't killed a dragon. It has to be possible. Ah, shite! He's raging now! Watch out!
Fear not. We shall achieve our goal. I smell a leak.
Company! Forward march! The Grace, he's vulnerable! We must strike now!
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
When will you ever learn?
Bigger they are, easier they are to target. Thing about slings, they hide well.
Behind me! Stay together!
Your Grace, we're to...
You haven't killed a dragon. It has to be possible.
Watch your heads!
Ah, shite! He's raging now! Watch out!
Cursed traitors.
The Grace, he's vulnerable! We must strike now!
Hey? Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Catch!
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
Behind me! Stay together!
I could kill the dragon. It has to be possible.
My scars? No, they don't hurt.
The Grace, we take it!
Ah, shite! He's raging now! Watch out!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Cursed traitors.
Company! Forward march!
You mad? Don't shake that!
The Grace, he's vulnerable! We must strike now!
Thing about slings, they hide well. Hey?
This could hurt.
Behind me! Stay together!
Watch your heads!
Your Grace, we're taking losses!
You haven't killed a dragon. It has to be possible.
Don't like this.
Ah, shite! He's raging now! Watch out!
As ordered.
So much anger and suffering. For what?
Ha!
Catch!
Your Grace, he's vulnerable! We must strike now! Discipline shall bring us victory!
Give me a time.
That's it. Oh, I did win.
That day, many Lyrians perished, either to the dragon's all-consuming fire or to its flesh-rending claws. Yet their sacrifice was not in vain. Together with the dwarves, they were able to grievously wound Celtulis, forcing him to flee. The howls of the wounded monster rang throughout the valley.
That's right, howl, you scurvy snake! Shouldn't they ever attacked us, eh? Damn fuel lizard!
Meave, that's Vavranik, elder of the town and all the Ferences.
My regards and condolences.
Eh, tain't so bad. If nae for ye, wouldn't there be a stone left unrubbled? To be honest, when I caught wind some human queen come to Mahakam looking for aid, I said a crocus would sprout twixt my cheeks afore I'd vote aye on that. Gonna be a fear to look in my breeches after, but changed my mind. After what I saw today, what ye did for us, you've the support and undying gratitude of all Ferences.
Thank you. Faced with a Nilfgaardian peril, that means a great deal.
Forgive me for interrupting this tear-tugging scene of interracial reconciliation, but I can't hold back no longer. Vavranik, double shice. What happened? Why'd Celtulis attack?
I ken as much as ye. Meaning, squat diddly. Just flew up, started spewing flames, half the town lit up in a flash.
Sheepshank. 300 years I've been a good neighbour.
What's done's done. Gotta think about the future. The Drake's just taking a breather. Gotta finish him off for his regained form.
Meaning we haven't much time. He heals like an alchemist's pup. And the nearest guards are miles away. He'll be up flying again before they get here.
Aye, that's what I thought. Perhaps, Your Grace, you'd...
What? Jest you must.
I ken you're tired through the fight, dinna want to risk casualties, etc. But remember, the beast sleeping on a bed of gold and rubies. All belonging by right to Brother, of course. But if quibbling some wandered off, he'd nae notice.
I admit that does alter my calculations. Besides, the dragon was badly wounded.
Putting it featherly, blood poured out of him like a leaky bladder. Just needs a coup de grace.
Fine. I'll do the deed.
Ken you'd see the light.
Oi, Vavrenek, Vavrenek. This lady's gonna make your rump a regular crocus garden.
Aye. Queen's doing us a great service. One that'll profit us both.
So, where is Keltulus's lair?
North of here. It's a vast cavern. Ye cannae miss it.
Meve bid farewell to Vavrenek and set out on her way. Did her way lead to the dragon's lair, you ask? Shh. Let's not spoil the surprise.
That stings. Got a blow on it a little.
Trust him, Brown. Wait! I'm coming with ye! Gonna beat that scaly bastard so hard he'll shoot fire out his arse!
Not it.